Ayan guys, aming shoutout, good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys. So nandito tayo sa isang presko na tinatawag na Know Your Candidate at ang guest dito ay si Honorable Linlin Orita, isang nagpapatakbong congressman sa Malabon. At ang pinaka-interesting part dito guys, isa siyang pinklawan at kapamilya ng mga Aquino. Sa mga issue ngayon sa hidwaan ng ating gobyerno between Marcos and Duterte, ang pinaka-the best ngayon na tanungin ay yung hindi maka-Marcos at hindi maka-Duterte. Alam ng lahat na ang pinklawan, lalong-lalo na ang mga Aquino ay talagang karibal noon pa ng mga Marcos sa politika. Kaya ito ngayon ang napakagandang pagkakataon na tanungin natin ang side ng mga pinklawan tungkol sa mga isyu sa ating gobyerno ngayon. Ano kaya ang magiging reaction? Ito guys, panoorin nyo.
Good morning and welcome to each and every one of you. We are conducting the first of a series of our Know Your Candidates. And today's special feature, I will properly introduce to you now. Of course, we're very honored. We're very happy to have him with us today. It's our privilege. And so I'd like to mention, why are we making Know Your Candidates? In all our Region 1 to 12 RPN 9, this is being done. And one of the first 5 requirements or qualities that we need to know about a candidate before we cast our vote consists of 5M. Ano po yung 5M? Number 1, maka-Diyos. Number 2, makatao at mapagkumbaba. Number 3, matalino at magaling. Number 4, maaasahan. At higit po sa lahat, mapagkakatiwalaan. I'm very privileged that in front of me now is a person who possesses all of those qualities. That's why I agreed to be hosting this press con for today. Alright, earlier nakita nyo na po ang kanyang political background. Of course, yung kanya pong pagiging political savvy did not come the easy way. He rose from the ranks as city councilor, as city vice mayor, as acting mayor, and then eventually as mayor of Malabon. It is during this period, under his watch, that Malabon economic growth zooms to the high. Why? For 3 consecutive years, the ILG gave them the seal of good governance. Ladies and gentlemen, it's both with great pride and pleasure that I present to you the man of the hour. Our course is more popularly known as Lenlen, but Antolin A. Oreta III. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sec Robert, and thank you for having me. And sa mga lahat na nanonood at lahat nandito, maraming salamat.
Yeah, hello.
That you represent.
I'm actually a YouTuber, Happy Rich TV po. And yeah, my grandpa is medyo institution, pero ako medyo lover. So anyway, may gusto lang ako itanong talaga. And first of all, di ba your tito is Ninoy Aquino? And you were very close to him daw. When he goes to the US, you have to sleep down in the floor. Tama.
Ano po, actually, we were also in exile, but you were in San Francisco, sila sa Boston. And when my uncle would visit us sa San Francisco, of course, doon siya sa kwarto ko, parang tirahan ng lahat ng tao eh. So, pag may dumating na bisita, not just my Uncle Ninoy, but whoever, galing Pilipinas o saan man, pinapalabas ako. Doon ako sa family room, doon ako natutulog sa carpet sa labas, no? But my Uncle Ninoy, Tito Ninoy, ang fond memories ko sa kanya kasi he could talk about anything. It's very charismatic.
So, you're really close to him, no? Pero, yung ngayon kasi sa news, parang people are saying that the former president is gonna be the next Ninoy. So, ano yung reaction mo doon?
Well, I think it's best. I think for my immediate family, my Ate Bolsi, sila magko-comment on.
Okay, and then one last question. So the color pink and the name Lenlen. So we know another popular ex-VP na Lenlen din tawag sa kanya, may Lenlen series pa. And then, yeah, I was thinking, baka you're in the same, yun pala. But I was told na you're the first to get the pink color.
Well, I started my political career as a counselor. At that time, kasi nga nickname ko Lenlen, lahat ng kulay nakuha na. Wala na akong kulay, no? Ayoko naman ng itim, ayoko naman ng brown. Mas maganda na yung pink kasi at least yung pink, pag nakilala, si Lenlen, ay, lalaki pala si Lenlen. Ang vision ko, sana maalala ko, ay, lalaki pala siya, hindi pala siya babae. Kasi yung Lenlen, dahil ko na nakilalang, madami akong kaibigan ang pangalan Lenlen na babae.
Our Filipino Mirror. Go ahead.
Good morning, I'm Christine Rizal of Filipino Mirror. I also write in Hato newspaper, which is my real name, Nino Aklan. Sir, why you decided to run as congressional candidate instead of going back as mayor since you already three-term mayor before?
Bakit Congress yung takbo ko? No, actually, madami nga nagtatanong. Thank you for that question. Madami nagtatanong sa akin yan. Bakit nga Congress yung takbo ko? Kasi mayor, alam ko na yung gagawin ko eh. Diba? Mas madali talaga yung mayor. I guess madaming rason, pinag-isipan ko talaga. Madaming rason ba ito tumatakbo ng Congress? I have a personal reason. But more importantly, I think mas malaking dahilan para sa pagkapanan ng Malabon, no? Being a congressman, it's not just creating laws. Nakita ko kasi as a mayor, nakita ko yung mga tutupad na batas na kailangan mangyari kung epektibo ba to sa taong bayan. At nakita natin yan. So I think when maging congressman ako, kung maging papalarin tayo maging congressman, hindi lang paggagawa ng batas, ngunit paano ba to on the ground level maapektuhan yung common man? So yun ang madadala natin sa Kongreso. And sa akin, on a personal level, alam niyo, my mom started as a congresswoman. She started her public service career as a congresswoman of Malabon before becoming a senator. And she passed away 5 years ago. Naisip ko, siya talaga inspirasyon sa akin to be in public service.
Mr. Sunny Lustre from DZRJ.
Good morning. Bali ilang tulog na lang po, congressman na kayo. So,
Thank you po. Thank you po.
ano po ang pwedeng ma-expect ng mga taga-Malabon sa kay Congressman Lenlen Oreta?
Anong pwede ma-expect? Well, when I was mayor, I was known to be hands-on and always on time. Sakit ko yung oras eh. Talagang ayoko nag-iintay, ayoko nagpapaintay. I'm sure as a congressman, tingin ko, ganun din. But hindi naman yata day-to-day yung trabaho ng congressman, di ba? You attend sessions. So I think I will have more time to consult with the different sectors of the city. Iba-iba, makakausap natin kasi more than anything, ako gusto ko yung pag-uusap. Para sa ganun, nakikita ko yung views ng lahat. And pag gagawa tayo ng batas, we take into account all yung mga sinasabi ng mga naglagay sa atin doon. Para lahat sila may boses. Para sa ganun, yun naman talaga papel ng congressman, di ba? Tinatawag kinatawan. So, kinatawan talaga ako. Maging kinatawan ng mga Malabonian. So, yun po ang goal natin.
Alright, we'll have from our the #1 Balik Tambayan of DWIC, our desk editor, acting desk editor, Drew Nasino.
Good morning po. This is I think, I don't know kung natanong ito kanina. What's your reaction, initial reaction, personal thoughts dun sa statement ni Vice President Sara Duterte na baka daw matulad si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa tiyuhin po ninyo na si dating Senador Ninoy Aquino. What's your personal opinion bilang kadugo or bilang miyembro ng pamilya? Doon may statement na nauna ng statement.
Meron mga statement sa lahat po.
Si Senator Bang, may nauna na.
Okay.
Ano po yun?
Well, I guess Senator Bang kasi he's running for senator. May statement siya. Ako kasi, una-una, sa akin, ako kasi, I'm just involved with Malabon. So yun ang focus ko, Malabon. In fact, when I heard it kanina, unang naisip ko, ano ba sinabi ni Ate Bolsi? because sila yung immediate family. Sa akin lang, I guess reaction ko, yan talaga.
But, kasi ang sabi ni VP Sara is, pangamba niya, pag umuwi pa si yung tatay niya, ay baka ma-assassinate, just like former Senator, Mr. Arthur.
Well, una-una makakabalik pa. I don't know yun sa Hague because I think he has to face those charges against him sa Hague. No? Kailangan niya harapin yun. Andun na siya. So, I don't know. But of course, pag kamag-anak mo, lalo ang tatay mo, you're worried about the health of your father. So, I think she has the right to be worried, to be concerned, yeah.
Doon naman po sa other issues regarding naman po sa mga PWD or isang iba pa mga citizens. Ano pong mga project po ninyo na nakalatag kung kayo po ay papalarin na maging pagsabi niyo po pagbabalik sa paglilingkod sa Malabon? Ano pong mga nakalatag po ninyo na mga panukalang batas para po mabigyan po ng mga karagdagang mga beneficiary ng mga PWD? Just like senior citizens, meron silang mga benefits or mga ayuda, the financial assistance.
Actually, tingin ko, no, at top of my head, madali gumawa ng mga batas to help the PWD, but ang magiging problema, how will it pass with everyone? Kasi, as alam naman natin, I think may problema sa budget. So ano ba na yung existing laws para sa ating PWD? Is this implemented properly? Nangyayari ba yun? That should be looked into. Kasi baka madami ng mga laws and benefits na hindi naman nangyayari na nasa batas na. So kailangan talaga tignan. When I was mayor, nakita ko yung mga PWD sa Malabon, nahihiya sila na maging PWD sila. Hindi ko nakikilala until lumalabas lang pag Christmas party. So we have to encourage them. Ano ba yung problema para sa ganun ma-actionan, malaman ito yung mga problema, ito yung mga hinaharap, because nakita ko maganda sana sa isang area namin meron kaming yung parang rehabilitation center kasi yung mga na-stroke parang naging PWD, baka pwede pa kumaling. So maybe we should improve on that. May therapy hall, may ganon, something.